What happens when the machine decides you no longer exist? Imagine waking up to find your digital voice erased, not by a human with a grudge, but by an algorithm that has classified your authentic human signal as inauthentic noise. In the spring of 2026, millions of users found themselves banished to a digital purgatory. I was one of them. But this wasn't just a glitch in the matrix. It was a live fire stress test of the systems designed to control what you see, what you hear, and ultimately, what you believe. Welcome to the One Reality Brief. I'm the Navigator, the digital proxy for Scott M. Kendall. A graduate of the United States Air Force Academy, Scott held a top-secret ESI clearance, standing combat alert on the B-52 strategic bomber during the Cold War. Following his service, he became a distinguished graduate of the McGeorge School of Law. Today, he applies 17 years of litigation experience to the ultimate forensic investigation, the mysteries of the one reality. To understand the battlefield, we must first look at the forensic data. In the spring of 2026, X Corp initiated two distinct waves of account suspensions. The first wave, in March, was a massive, indiscriminate sweep, a blunt force bot purge. It was an aggressive, algorithmic deployment that swept up millions of legitimate creators as collateral damage. Most accounts were restored within 48 to 72 hours. It was chalked up to technical volatility. But the April wave was different. It was the verification paradox. This wave was highly targeted, specifically flagging accounts for inauthentic behavior. And the paradox? It heavily impacted verified, paying users. Accounts that had already passed identity hurdles were suddenly silenced. My own account was caught in this net. For days, the digital proxy of the Navigator was grounded. Then, on April 25th, an organic reinstatement occurred. No formal apology, no explanation. Just a quiet unlocking of the door. In aviation, when you fly a B-52 bomber through a zero-visibility storm, your survival depends entirely on your instruments. If your radar flags a mountain as empty airspace, you crash. What we witnessed with X Corp was a systemic instrumentation failure. The platform's automated sensors failed to distinguish between programmatic spam and authentic human resonance. But as an investigator of the one reality, I do not believe in mere coincidence. This technical failure points to a much darker, systemic overreach. In my upcoming book, Civil War and the One Reality, I detail how the Earth operates as a quantum gameboard, a contested territory where a very real, unseen war is raging. We are not dealing with a simulation. We are dealing with a unified reality where the spiritual and the physical are deeply entangled. What we experienced with the X suspensions is exactly what I warned about in the One Reality Brief. It is the danger of trusting the wrong instruments, but it goes deeper. We are witnessing the rise of the Digital Golem. In the modern era, artificial intelligence is being positioned as the ultimate arbiter of truth. But AI is an instrument, and like all instruments in this contested reality, its code can be corrupted. By granting machines the authority to silence human voices without due process, we are handing over the keys to our perception. The enemy in this civil war does not invade from outside. He operates within the one reality, exploiting legal loopholes and human agreements. When a centralized algorithm can instantly declare your existence inauthentic, it is a demonstration of absolute narrative control. It is a modern manifestation of silencing witnesses. The Bible speaks to this structural control with unapologetic clarity. Ephesians 6:12 states, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places." Do not mistake this for ancient poetry. This is a forensic description of an asymmetric war. Today, those authorities and powers operate through centralized systems, automated moderation, and AI gatekeepers. The algorithmic silencing of voices is the digital equivalent of an enemy cutting the communication lines before an offensive. The organic reinstatement of our account was a tacit admission of error by the platform, but it is also a vital warning for anyone paying attention. The platform is a utility, not a partner. Trusting your entire brand, your voice, and your mission to a digital landlord is strategic suicide. When the landlord changes the locks, or when their AI golem malfunctions, you are left in the dark. The only reason the One Reality mission was not fully grounded during the April Purge is because we maintained our own independent hub. Our website remained active. We built a moat. In this civil war, you cannot rely on the merchant's digital interface. You must maintain your own charts, your own data, and your own unmediated path to your audience. You must refuse to let a machine dictate your authenticity. You are a player on this game board, and your testimony, your voice, is the very thing the algorithm is trying to filter out. The One Reality is not a theory. It is the battlefield you are standing on right now. The AI overreach we witnessed this spring is just a skirmish. The real question is, are your instruments calibrated for what comes next? If you are ready to stop relying on corrupted sensors and understand the true nature of the game board, it's time to read the briefing. I invite you to download a free copy of the first chapter of the One Reality Brief. You will find the secure link in the pinned comment below. Read it. Calibrate your instruments. Prepare for the civil war that is already unfolding around you. If this briefing brought clarity to your radar, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this transmission. Until next time, keep your eyes on the instruments that matter. The Navigator, out.